individual charged in the indictment is charged with one count of violating Georgia's racketeer, influenced, and corrupt.
Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis is the Georgia prosecutor who has brought charges against former President Donald Trump and a bunch of other people over efforts to overturn the 2020 election in Georgia. Earlier this month, one of the defense attorneys in the case filed a motion that seeks to remove Fani Willis from the case because it alleges that she has been involved in an inappropriate romantic relationship with Nathan Wade, who is a special prosecutor whom she hired to work on this case.
I am Fani Willis. I am the elected district attorney here in Fulton County. I will not go over the ground that the judge did. We are very, very thankful that you are here today.
While neither Willis nor Wade has addressed the allegations of an improper relationship, last week there was a filing in Wade's divorce case by lawyers for his wife that included credit card records that showed that appeared to show that he had purchased plane tickets for himself and for Fani Willis to travel to Miami and to San Francisco during the time since he was hired as a special prosecutor in the case.
The defendants elect to testify or not, but 4 months is our time estimate. In terms of the number of witnesses, there are in excess of 150 witnesses that the state intends to call. 150 witnesses.
Fulton County Superior Court Judge Scott McAfee has given Willis and her team until February 2nd to respond to the motion, and then he has set a hearing for February 15th, during which he will hear arguments on whether or not Willis should be disqualified.
Long trials. I think it could easily be twice that with multiple defendants, and I think we need to take into account the fact that one docket goes entirely on hold while this case is going. And instead of it being, if we're purely considering aspects of judicial economy, which to me was really the only valid argument.
If the district attorney is disqualified under Georgia law, all the attorneys in her office also are disqualified. So the case comes to a complete halt. And then there's a process where a state agency has to appoint a special prosecutor, which could mean considerable delay. And then that special prosecutor is going to take a fresh look at everything. And that special prosecutor, who's being appointed by our state government, might decide to reduce some of the charges or dismiss some of the charges or dismiss the whole case.
Is there anything else that you would want people to know about this case that you're able to talk about right now, the general public? Because there's been obviously a lot of...
So the question is, does she have a personal interest which creates a substantial risk of interfering with her effective representation of the people? And of course, the theory here that she's making decisions to generate money for Wade would obviously suggest that she's making decisions not exclusively in terms of her professional obligations as a prosecutor, but also the more she comes under attack, and this is just the beginning, the more she comes under attack, the more it becomes a problem. Is she making decisions to protect herself, her reputation, her political future, versus making decisions about what's best for the people of Georgia prosecuting the case?
And they'll take it off.
All right.